Okay, so today I want to make a reading. This is going to be a short and quick reading. And there's something in the air about a relationship or an exchange that you're having with some area of your life, something that has to do with something that you really like, that you're very much into. Could be art, it could be something that you're developing in your life, but it could very well be a relationship because first card is bloom, which is something that comes to grow, and see how there's flowers coming out of her. And you bloom when it's in season, right? And after you had the buds, and some time had to go by in order to have something bloom. Then we have exchanging gifts, which is about having balanced relationships or something in your life that you're putting energy into, and you have to be aware of what type of energy you're putting in and if that energy is going to be coming back to you. I always say we tend to invest in people who do not invest in us, and that's not the smartest thing to do, or in circumstances or things that are not going to give you anything back. So be aware where you put your energy, and be aware also of your intentions. This is another card that is about a happy motive. So being aware of your motive, what are you doing, why are you doing what you're doing, is very important, because many times what you put in is what you're gonna get back. And if you look at the three cards, one is bloom, which has to do with what you reap what you sow, right? The second one is exchanging gifts, which has to do with karma and knowing that what you give out is what comes back. And the third one is very clear about a merry motive. So be very aware of your intentions, because what you sow is what you're going to reap. Then we have the King and Queen of Swords, and in the middle was the Ace of Cups. So this is why I feel and I think it has a lot to do with love, and it has a lot to do with personal relationships. It doesn't have to be a man and a woman. It's a king and a queen, meaning that it's two polarities of energy. I would be very aware of what you're putting in your relationships, and because there's a possibility of a good relationship here. And then in the third row, it's the Four of Wands, which is a classical card about marriages and weddings, right? There's two people on the top. It's really a card that has a lot to do with weddings, but it's also a portal, like an energetic portal, and a way it has a lot to do with manifestation, because a four is a card of the material world. So it's the manifestation of something that should be happy. And the last card with this Four of Wands was the Page of Swords, which lets me think, it makes me think that really this is kind of a learning curve for everyone, because this applies to everyone. I think we're becoming more aware that what we give is what we receive, and it's a learning. And the last one was the Page of Cups, which is something surprising, right? And it has to do with the emotion that comes out of all of this. And the other one, which is Justice, which means getting what you deserve, getting back what you should get, and balance and intelligence, and yes, and that reciprocity being achieved. So I think collectively we're all beginning to see more clearly that what you give is what you're going to receive. We all have the opportunity to make our relationships even better and more balanced. I think we can get to another level of love, unconditional love, and loving relationships and compassion. And maybe for some people it's just you're gonna get married, you're gonna get more committed, but in general I think it's because we're learning how to have relationships that are healthy and balanced, and completely flow completely one with the other. And I think it's time, we're getting there. So people, Have a great one.